Dylan Gross is a secret agent who accepts the most challenging jobs and aims to solve the mysteries of each situation. He won't make it without your help. The first mission is to retrieve a secret package hidden inside one of the suitcases at the train station. There are 3 suspicious suitcases at the scene. Which of them is the right one? The red suitcase probably belongs to a real traveler. The black backpack has dust marks and it looks fragile. See? It must have been damaged by contact with the ground. The gray suitcase has fresh dirt on it. It's a sign that someone dug it out recently. The secret package must be in there. Dylan is at a fancy gala, but not to have fun. A spy is undercover. Dylan looks around for anyone who looks suspicious. He sees some nervous people around him. A young waiter, a musician, and an elegant guest. Which of them is a spy? The musician has no sheet music and is just pretending to play. His movements don't even match the background music. He's the spy in disguise. Dylan's new mission is to enter a secret lab for one purpose: to save confidential documents that were stolen. In the center of the room, he notices a safe with a voice sensor. A note next to it reads, "It can only be opened by someone who knows the truth about the owner of the lab." What should Dylan say to open the safe? He just needs to say, "Jeremy," to open the safe. The owner who created everything undercover didn't imagine that someone would say his real name. Dylan receives a photo of a suspect at a crowded festival. He instantly notices something is wrong here. Everyone at the festival grounds casts shadows at the same angle, except for one person. Someone probably inserted this imposter digitally. Dylan cross-references the image with the position of the sun and discovers the forgery. Agent Gross arrives at a luxury nursing home. They suspect that an international spy has infiltrated the facility, disguised as an elderly person to escape the police. In the garden, 3 residents are sitting playing cards in the sun. One of them is not really elderly. Who is in disguise? Dylan notices that the man telling the stories has firm, muscular hands with prominent veins and no age spots. He is the undercover spy using makeup, a wig, and his acting skills to appear elderly. Selena, Dylan's neighbor, calls him early in the morning and tells him that while she was away walking her dog, someone had gotten into her house and stolen her jewelry and paintings. She was sure it was her neighbor. When the neighbor got home a couple of hours later, he told Dylan he had been running in the forest the entire morning. But Dylan knew he was lying. Why? The neighbor is wearing pristine white sneakers, but it's been raining since early morning. If he was running through the woods, how can his shoes look so clean? A construction company is showing its new innovative office building to business owners who are considering buying spaces there. They ask them not to take any photos to make sure competitors don't steal their ideas. When the group is leaving, Agent Dylan, who is also there, asks one girl to delete the footage she created. How did he know she was secretly taking photos? It's a gray day and she's wearing sunglasses. If you look closely, you can see a tiny light. Her glasses must be the ones that can take photos and videos. An actress who used to be popular many years ago was robbed. When Agent Gross arrived, he found her tied up on the bedroom floor. She told him she was sleeping when someone broke in and took all of her money from the safe. But Dylan instantly saw that she is lying and probably wants insurance compensation. Why? There isn't even a wrinkle on the cover of her bed. so unless the burglars made it so nicely, the actress must be lying. Agent Gross is going on vacation, finally! Mr. White and his new wife are on the same cruise ship. Sadly, he slips and hits his head so hard he can't remember anything. 3 women immediately come up to him and claim to be his wife. Which of them is not lying? They all look like they could be his wife, so the only way to tell is to pay attention to the details. Mr. White and this girl are wearing matching wedding bands with a rare design. Someone stole a set of costly monogrammed bed linen from a luxurious resort where Dylan is staying. 3 guests left the hotel that morning: Mr. John Green, Mrs. Leslie Posh, and Mr. Peter Salmon. Agent Dylan detained one of the guests and found what was stolen in their suitcase. How did he guess who stole the linen? The hotel's name is Purple Sunrise. The only person whose initials match this monogram and so he could use the linen is Mr. Peter Salmon. Another guest at the same resort arrived with 3 suitcases of different sizes. He went upstairs and came back 10 minutes later, but only with the largest suitcase. When he returned to his room, he called the reception and told them someone had stolen his luggage with expensive clothes and watches inside. He said he'd start a huge scandal online unless they pay him compensation. But Dylan told them not to do it. Why? He figured out he packed all of his suitcases in the large one and just took them away from the resort. And then he pretended someone had stolen his things. Agent Dylan is looking for an assistant. The final round of interviews is just one task. He pours some water into a glass and asks the candidates to get him some apple juice. There are 2 conditions. He wants the water in the glass but doesn't want it to mix with the juice. Can you figure out how to do it to get the job? You just need to put the glass in the freezer and wait till all the water gets frozen. Then pour the juice on top of it. Kate is working as a maid at a rich woman's house. One day, the woman reported that someone had stolen her exclusive watch, decorated with diamonds and one huge emerald. She told Agent Gross that Katie most definitely stole it because that day, no one else was in the house. Katie denies everything. Is she lying? Katie isn't lying, but her boss is. She's hiding the watch under her long sleeves, but when she moves her hand, you can see it. A young girl was nearly poisoned in her own apartment, but she survived. Agent Gross notices a glass of liquid on her desk. There's also a farewell note. Dylan realizes it was all staged and she didn't try to take her own life. How did he guess? The mouse is on the left side, which means she's a lefty. But the glass and a note with a pen are on the right side of the laptop. Someone just put it there to make it look like she did. A famous writer is missing, and so is the manuscript of a new book she has just finished. Agent Gross thinks another writer who works in the same genre could be behind this. The writer denies everything and says she's been working on her own book for weeks and hadn't left her house. She has a press conference the following day to read the first chapter of her new book. Dylan knows she's lying. Why? You can see only the name of the new book on her laptop screen. And there's the manuscript of the missing writer hidden in her desk organizer. Dylan decided to go shopping to take a break from all the hard work, but even there, he found a new mission. The sales assistant yelled, "Stop that man! He stole the gloves for $2,000 The man insisted, "I've had them for years." How did the agent know the man was lying? Both gloves are for the same hand. He must have grabbed them by mistake in a rush. Did you manage to solve all the riddles? Well, congrats! You can not only be a secret agent helper, but work as one yourself.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.